You once gave something and never found out. There's a man who drives the same 6 streets every night, from 11 until the sky turns the color of old newspaper. Same route. Same cracked vinyl seats. A pine tree air freshener that stopped smelling like pine years ago, still swinging off the mirror every time he brakes. He took the night shift 11 years back and never handed it in. Day drivers get the arguments, the traffic, the tourists asking for directions they could have looked up themselves. He gets the quiet ones, the ones running from something or running out of something at an hour when nobody's watching either way. He has one rule nobody ever taught him. He never asks where someone's headed until the car's already moving. He never asks if they can pay until the meter's already climbing. Just past midnight, a boy runs out from behind a shuttered store, alarm still whining somewhere behind him, jacket zipped too high for the weather, chest heaving like he's been running longer than the 1 block he'd just crossed. He pulls the door open before the car's even stopped rolling and drops into the back seat. "Drive," is all he says. The driver pulls off. In the mirror, he watches the boy's hands shake around something pressed flat against his ribs under the jacket. He's picked up enough boys like this one to know exactly what kind of ride it is, and exactly what's usually still sitting open behind them, a till or a drawer or a broken window nobody's found yet. He doesn't ask. He flips the meter on, takes the second left instead of the first, the one with fewer cameras on it, and doesn't say another word the whole way there. The boy taps the window 3 streets short of wherever he was actually headed, gets out, doesn't pay, doesn't look back, just walks fast into the dark like the dark is something he can disappear inside of if he moves quick enough. The driver sits at the curb a second longer than he needs to, thinks about the radio, about calling it in. Then he pulls back onto the road and picks up the next fare like nothing happened at all. An hour later, a woman flags him down outside a building this whole town knows, and nobody says the name of out loud. One heel on her shoe is a little loose, clicking different from the other with every step to the car. She slides into the back, pulls her coat tighter than the weather calls for, and gives an address clear across the city without once meeting his eyes in the mirror. She's already counting coins in her palm before they've even hit the highway. Counting slow, like she's working out how much of the ride she can cover and how far she'll be walking for the rest of it, in a broken heel, in this cold. He watches her count in the mirror and says nothing. When they pull up outside her building, a single porch light on above a door with no number on it, the meter reads more than what's sitting in her open hand, and they both see it at the same time. "Meter's off tonight," he says. "Been glitching all week." Neither of them believes it. She takes the out anyway, because some kindness only works if both people agree to pretend it's something else. She gets out, doesn't say thank you, just closes the door soft instead of slamming it the way most fares do. That's the whole apology and the whole gratitude in one sound, and it's enough for him. Near 4 in the morning, a man in a coat that costs more than the car itself flags him down outside a glass building lit up like it's still the middle of the afternoon. He's on the phone before the door's even shut, talking over the driver, talking through him like the front seat's sitting empty. "Tell them the numbers don't work until Thursday," he says into the phone, not to anyone in the car. "I don't care what he promised. I wasn't in that meeting." The whole ride he doesn't stop. Numbers, deadlines, a name he says like a threat. He never once looks up to see which streets they're taking or who's taking him there. His watch catches the streetlights every time his wrist moves, throwing small flashes across the ceiling of the car. He gets out without ending the call, drops exact change onto the seat instead of into a hand, and walks off already dialing the next number. No good night, no thank you, nothing. The driver could name the difference between this man and the other two easily enough. This one isn't running from anything. This one isn't counting coins in the dark, working out what he can afford. Every door in this city opens for this man before he even knocks on it. He drives him the same as the others anyway, same care on the brakes, same warm air pushed up from the vents against the cold outside. No shortcut skipped to punish him for the silence. No test run on him that wasn't run on the other two. Winters pass. The driver gets older, slower on the late shifts, his knees stiffer getting in and out of the car, until one night he clocks off for the last time and doesn't come back the next. He never finds out what became of any of them. That part was never his to know. He drove them where they needed to go and let them out of the car, and that was always going to be the whole of it. But somewhere in that same city, years on, a different driver pulls up beside a kid, running scared from something behind him, doesn't ask a single question, just flips the meter and drives. That driver used to be a boy who once needed 3 unasked streets and a stranger who didn't call it in. Somewhere in that city, a woman in hospital scrubs finishes a day shift, walks out to a car she bought with her own name on the loan, her shoes flat and sturdy, and both heels even now, and drives home to a kitchen with her name on the lease too. Somewhere in that city, a man in an expensive coat steps out of a glass building, flags a cab, and this time, before it even pulls away from the curb, he leans forward and tells the driver the fare's covered tonight, whoever gets in after him. None of them ever go looking for the man who used to drive those 6 streets. They don't know his name. They never learned it. He never asked them to. You were only ever meant to be the beginning, never the ending.